Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Fitzgerald Hyundai, and guess what? We have the vehicle that's causing the whole big commotion in the auto industry. This is the 2020 Hyundai Palisade. This one is fully loaded, limited with all-wheel drive. But before we dive into the Palisade, let's talk a little bit of history about Hyundai. Hyundai's been around since 1986 here in the United States selling vehicles. One vehicle only. It was the Excel. You could have a hatchback, you could have a sedan. What's interesting, they didn't actually start selling their first SUV until 2001 with the Santa Fe. Now, fast forward to 2020, they have something to fit every single lifestyle, every single taste, every single want, from the Santa Fe, the Tucson, the Kona, the Venue, and now the Palisade. With the Palisade, it's sitting on that same architecture as the sister brand, the Kia Telluride, but it has its own twist. We're really going to dive into and see if this is the ultimate, that perfect, the best mid-size three-row SUV. Should you be getting the Palisade over the Telluride or maybe one of the other brands? So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 Palisade limited trim all-wheel drive. Right off the bat, love the color combo. This metallic black fits it to a T, really makes it look luxurious. I love what they've done with the split element design with their headlights. So you have your upper portion that's going to have your daytime running lamp, full LED, all that good stuff. And then the lower portion is going to be those LED projector beams with more of the daytime running lamp. And the way it just cascades and goes right past the bodywork into the second housing looks really just spot on the money. Side air curtains that are functional, and just everything so sleek. When you come across the grille, this is a Palisade. This is a fortified wall that's just gorgeous. This flat silver looks brushed aluminum. Even the way that they made it nice and thick in the lower portion, I think really shows the substantial, muscular strength of this Palisade. We have some nice shiny chrome bit down on the bottom, and then a little bit more of that brushed aluminum. This plate, if you're wondering what's going on here, that's for all the safety technology, the adaptive cruise control and all that good stuff. But I love this crisscross design, forward-facing camera, very massive, very Palisade. When you get up onto the hood, simple on the body lines. You just have two lines that kind of are nice and prominent, curve towards the A-pillar, and really gives it such a unique look. Even separate from the Telluride. That's what I think is so smart between the two brands, to make them look so different. Now, when we come around the bend, no flat black, nothing like that. Everything is color matched. Look at this beautiful wheel. So on the Limited, you're gonna get this 20-inch wheel, 245 on the width, 50 series sidewall. I think you would agree with me, it's working perfect with the black. I even like the way that they cover up all the lug nuts, almost make it look like it's a center locking lug nut with the cap there. Really classy. Going into the fender, strong, bold lines. Even the way that they did the turn signals in the mirrors, very classy, full LED, color matched, all black, that nice brushed aluminum across the lower section. The way that it fits into the indentation, into the doors, gives it so many different levels of style. Brushed aluminum on the door handles, on the window trim, both top and bottom. Even look at this. So you have your roof rails, but watch the trim, the way it kind of just goes whoop, right into that rear quarter window. I'm telling you, this is smart styling. They really took it to another level, especially with the flat roof. I think that really was probably one of the best styling attributes of the Palisade and the Telluride. Really nice low roof spoiler, some style to it with the drop down center section. You got that Palisade logo, nicely prominent. Even the tail lights, the silver LED, this one has that H-track, that's that all-wheel drive system. We drop down, a little bit of chrome, some fake vent here. So I am gonna zonk this. I know you probably thought we were on a perfect run, no zonks, but this right here, it just doesn't even need to be there. But I do like the dual exhaust. I wish that it was quad. 2 over here, 2 on that side, at least on this Limited trim, I think would balance it out a little bit more. But boy, did they take styling to a new level. Let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Palisade. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. Underneath the hood, you do have 2 hydraulic hood struts. Is gonna be that 3.8 liter V6 engine. You're looking at 291 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. MPGs, 19 in the city, 24 on the highway. Towing capacity, you could tow up to 5,000 pounds. And the weight of this vehicle is around 5,817 pounds. Now, if you're wondering what is the transmission in this car, so mated to the V6 is going to be an 8-speed automatic transmission. That's going to allow you to have nice, well thought out shifts. That's going to allow you to drive this vehicle like none other. Very flexible to have a naturally aspirated engine. But why don't we go ahead? We talked about outside, we talked about underneath the hood. Let's check out the interior and see what separates the limited trim from the rest of the pack. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Hyundai Palisade limited trim. I know you're at that point where you're like, Joe, how much is this? Well, guess what? The price of this one, MSRP with the all-wheel drive, is $48,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, to the door panels, I love what they're doing with that special trim. Look at the beautiful stitch work with the leather perforated. The armrest is soft material. Even the trim around the switchgear for the windows and the locks, very nicely done. This one has the optional Harman Kardon sound system with that brushed aluminum trim. And then you have a smaller pocket in there where you could put a couple baby Ruths or maybe a Three Musketeers and a bottle of milk to wash it down. Dash, nicely far forward, plenty of room. There's more of that beautiful trim, nice soft, the silver, the way it goes from one side to the other. Check out this thing of beauty. So you have your touchscreen, obviously with navigation. That's a 10.25-inch screen. You have the warning. If you have people that are still sitting in the back before you get out of the car, it lets you know if you still have occupants back there so you don't forget your kids. But you do have touchscreen capability, which is really nice. Or you could use the buttons, nice silver trim down here that allows you to go into your media. You could go wherever you need to based off of what's happening here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the whole 9 yards. So easy to use. And then you could even bring up where you have different screens set up depending on you want. You want weather? We got weather. You want radio? We got your radio controls. You could go in there, adjust whatever you need to adjust, all by the touch of a button. Nice, easy to use. Now, speaking of buttons, you have your dual climate control, heated seats and ventilated seats. This is going to be your push button transmission for the 8-speed automatic. This knob right here, this is your select knob. So as I go into the different modes, snow, eco, comfort, sport, smart, and then you could actually lock the center diff for all-wheel drive. Really nice setup, easy to use. There's your buttons for ventilated seats, and heated steering wheel. You got your camera views, which is really nice as well that you could get. Now let me show you what the reverse camera looks like. Go into reverse, and what you're gonna find is you got your 360 camera, you got your camera out the back with trajectory, and then you could also select other camera views as well. Real easy to use, super clear camera, nicely done. Back into park, and we're good to go. Then you have a nice area here, wireless charging, 2 cup holders. Look at this. Let's say you have a bigger drink. What happens if you have a smaller one? Boom, boom. Or say you have no drink at all. Say you just want to leave it right out of the way. Perfect. USB, wireless charging. Here is your Palisade key fob. It's got the condom on it to protect it right now. You take that off as soon as you buy her. Really nice touch. This closes. Super nice texture. I think that was smart. I'm gonna leave it open so there's no glare on the camera, but hard on the armrest, but I love the stitch work. Open it up, you got a party tray for Skittles, and then you could put basically a football in there. So if you like to drive around with a football, instead of putting it on your lap, you could just throw it in there. You have another USB and a 12 volt, and then look at these seats. They look like they're straight out of a car that costs twice as much as this. Nice, soft material. The stitch work is great. They really hold your body well. Electric assist for both the driver and the passenger, and plenty of room. Now, a Zonk is definitely going to be no frameless mirror. This is auto dimming, but it's not frameless. And then you don't have a panoramic sunroof. You have 2 separate sunroofs for your backseat occupants and you up here. But this is nice microfiber Alcantara material. Pet this like a kitty cat. Very nice. Come on over to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel of this Palisade. All right, guys, business time. We have 2 memory settings, easy to get to on the door panel. You can share your Palisade with somebody. Here are your seat controls. Really, really nice touch, easy to get perfect to your body type. You got the panel down there. It says Palisade in case you forget what kind of car you're driving. Perfect thickness on the wheel. Horn button's a little simple. I wish they would have done some nice simulated stitching, but I like the flat black buttons. You got paddles on the back of the steering wheel to go up and down the 8-speed. But look at the touches. Since we're over here, look at the touches that they have on the AC controls. Just something to make it that much more special. What's definitely special is that 12.3-inch digital screen. You could toggle through all sorts of information. Watch how it changes as I go in the mode. So I'm in Smart, go to Sport, check it out. Look at that, looking good. Go into Comfort. Look at that. It's just cool to have the different things. Then also watch your turn signal. Turn on your left turn signal. Look at that. That's the camera angle. Turn it out the right. Perfect. How many SUVs cost more than this that don't have wonderful features like that? There are plenty out there. Plenty of headroom. I feel cool as a cucumber in here. Let's check out the mid row and see how your passengers are going to love this Palisade. All right, guys, we're in the mid row, and I'm telling you, it just keeps getting better and better. You have these wonderful captain's chairs. The chairs can actually slide super easy, super smooth. It's actually fun. Armrest is a zonk. So let's just get that out of the way. They're too thin. They're just too thin. I wish they were just a little bit thicker. Who's walking through here? I want their name, and I'm probably going to punch them in the head, but it would be nice to have those a little thicker. Backs of the seats are plastic. I know parents are going to love that. You could have your kids put their sharp objects in here. Hopefully they're not walking around with knives, but you got your USB. This is probably some of the smartest engineering to have the USB right here so it's not drooping down all over the place. You got ventilated seats. Did you just hear what I said? Go look at a Ford Explorer Platinum, $60,000. They don't have ventilated seats. You get it in the Palisade with your rear AC, home power source, and a 12 volt. I mean, come on, let's get real. We talked about the seats. You got your AC vents positioned nice and high in the ceiling, LED lighting for when you're gonna read a book, and then when you're ready to take a nap, they're comfy. You got that large panel right now that's blinding me in my face, but hey, at least I could see outside. Do that in some of your other SUVs that cost more than this. Plenty of room, but why don't we go ahead, let's get to that rear third row and see if a 6-foot tall grown man could fit back there. All right, guys, third row time. Before we do, I just want to also show you get the nice sunscreens. You just clip them on, keep your kids secure. You don't want those weirdos peeping into your window, staring at your kids. You push the button. Look, this is smart engineering. You hit the button, voila. You don't need to have a riddle. You don't need to, do some type of secret handshake. We move it out of the way. You got a nice landing pad here, plastic, so it doesn't rip up from your kids' shoes and whatnot. And then you climb right in. I'm gonna go all the way over to the side because I know people complain about that. The seat, I did not move. So yes, it's a little tight, but this seat can actually go forward a lot. USB, plus you have an electric, look at this, lean back, electric style. I don't know what's touching me. Okay, that's okay. I thought it was a spider or something. But I feel pretty good back here. My knees are not too high. You got 2 cup holders. I mean, seriously, if I want to get away from my parents, this is the best place. This is the best seat in the house. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out the cargo area and see how much room we have in the Palisade. All right, guys, time to check out the cargo area. Push of a button, nice electric assist, comes up. You got plenty of room, even with that third row up. And then look at this, you got storage. You take out the security shade, you got tons of storage in there for all the snacks. Put a couple loaves of bread in there and some peanut butter and jelly. It won the war for us, World War II. Watch this, 12 volt, that means tailgate, that means camping, that means going to the beach. And then third row, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that down. Look at this, push of a button. You just push it once and you just sit there in awe. Nice and flat. We want the other row down, voila. Voila, totally flat. You're looking at almost 90 cubic feet of rear cargo area. Nice, flat, easy to load. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this all-wheel drive Palisade for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 Palisade. This one limited trim with all-wheel drive. I have it in sport mode on throttle. The 8-speed drops down, and I'm telling you, there's plenty of pep out of that naturally aspirated V6. Yeah, is it always nice to have more horsepower? But you know what? You're able to tow 5,000 pounds. You don't have to worry about turbochargers or anything like that. And it's naturally aspirated. I don't know why the windshield wipers are turned on, but they work, so check. Visibility out that back window is great. So comfortable in here. The only thing is the drive mode selector button feels a little cheap to me. I wish it was a little bit more solid. But other than that, the infotainment system is great. Nice, large, horizontal display. Easy to get the navigation up with just one touch. Look at that, boom. You can zoom in, you can do whatever you want. Everywhere you're putting your hands or your eyes, it looks and feels great in here. All right, guys, acceleration again on throttle. Here we go. Look out, pickup trucks. Look out, everybody. We're in the 2020 Palisade. That all-wheel drive works great. Super smooth. Nice feedback in the wheel. Heads-up display, clear as can be. It's crazy how well they designed this Palisade, and I think they really caught everybody else off guard. Toyota, Honda, Ford, Chevy, GMC, every brand, really, besides Kia, obviously. But the dash is nice and flat. Everything is just well thought out of. Brakes work great as I slow down here because of this, you know, typical Florida driver doing 30 and a 50. But everything else just feels great in here. Just the ride is so comfortable, and I'll go ahead and put it in comfort. Remember, when you put it in a comfort or change any of these modes, it's changing the parameters of the transmission, throttle response, steering, all that good stuff. It just, they ride so well, and it does not feel as big as you think. You think that, oh, this 3-row midsize, it's going to be too cumbersome. No, it's not. It's very easy to drive. I love, every time I turn on that turn signal, I love looking at the dash. Not only to make sure that blind spots are taken care of, but how smart is that? It's really phenomenal. Back on throttle, we're in comfort mode, so that changes the characteristics, but still plenty of juice. Really nice. Every time I get into one of these, I'm not even wanting an SUV, and it makes you almost want to buy an SUV even if you don't need it. I don't even need a 3-row SUV, but driving this Palisade, it's so classy. The Alcantara on the 8 pillars, it's just a great vehicle. It really, really is. And I'm not getting paid by Hyundai, and I'm not a fanboy, that's for sure, but I gotta call it as it is, and this is a great SUV. It really, really is. Getting to everything is easy. Especially if you're in the mid-row, you're gonna love life in this thing because of having the ventilated and heated seats. But hopefully this gave you a nice overview of the Palisade. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up and get back to Fitzgerald's Hyundai, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day here at Fitzgerald Hyundai with the 2020 Palisade. This one, the limited trim. I almost think you would have to be insane to not go Telluride Palisade. So many of the other brands are really playing catch up with what you can get for the price. Say what you want about reliability, but they're changing the game. If the last time you were in a Hyundai was back in 1990, I think it's time to take one of these for a spin. But if it's mid-sized 3-row SUVs that you want to see like this one, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. Promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content, click the link in the button in the description. Get yourself some Ladies Rise merch. Got to give it out to Big Guns McGee. He's my button. It's my button that holds everything together. So thank you, Tom, for your hard work. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.